For our devotional thought today, I want us to ask the question, have you ever considered that the Holy Spirit speaks through you? And you know what? You may not even realize he's doing it because it's not always a goosebumpy event. Now, I want you to think with me. A few days ago, we read in Mark chapter 12, verses 35 and 36. Later on, as Jesus was teaching the people in the temple, he asked, why do the teachers of the law claim that the Messiah is the son of David? For David himself, speaking under the inspiration of the Holy Spirit, King David, speaking under the inspiration of the Holy Spirit, said, the Lord said to my Lord, sit in the place of honor at my right hand until I humble your enemies beneath your feet. So the Holy Spirit spoke through David, inspired him with words that were prophecies of the Messiah to come. But now look in our text today in Mark 13. Jesus says, but when these things begin to happen, watch out. You will be handed over to local councils and beaten in synagogues, and you will stand trial before governors and kings because you are my followers. But this will be your opportunity to tell them about me. Now, one of the beautiful truths you have to understand is as painful as persecution is, persecution focuses attention upon us, and we can use that focused attention to share the gospel. For good news must first be preached to all the nations, but when you are arrested and stand trial, don't worry in advance about what you are to say. Just say that God tells you at that time, for it is not you who will be speaking, but the Holy Spirit. Just say what God tells you to say at that time, for it is not you who will be speaking, but the Holy Spirit. Now, beloved, I'm a Pentecostal, all right? I'm a person who believes in the power and the moving of the Holy Spirit. But I'm not weird. You see, I really believe that a lot of the gifts of the Spirit flow through us every day of our life. The word of wisdom, the word of knowledge, tongues, interpretation. I believe all these things happen to us, not just in a church service like a Pentecostal circus, but in our everyday lives. God gives us a word of wisdom. God gives us a word of knowledge. God speaks through us. That would be a prophecy. And we don't even realize what we're saying. See, the Holy Spirit uses us. But as Christians, we're always looking for that goosebump experience. Now, here in the midst of persecution, Jesus said, when speaking, it will be the Holy Spirit who speaks through you. You just say what God gives you to say. It'll be the Holy Spirit speaking through you. Beloved, can I encourage you today not to look for the goosebumps, but just to recognize the reality of the working of the Holy Spirit in our lives every day? When all of a sudden you know exactly what to do. That was a word of wisdom. When all of a sudden you know exactly what to say to somebody. When all of a sudden you just know something that you shouldn't know. That's a word of knowledge. When all of a sudden you just pray for somebody and they get healed as you're standing in the shopping mall or you're in the office. Don't confine the working of the Holy Spirit to these beautiful experiences when, everything is so powerful around us. Recognize the working of the Holy Spirit and the Spirit speaking through you on a regular basis.